Hello. It's Monday. And it's the best Monday. It's Mech Monday. No more of this fooling around with Street Fighters or demos or the other stuff that I played that I don't remember. It's just time for robots. And as our Pack Seal and Amber points out, they some boxy robots. Some chunky boys here in Battletech. Battletech is maybe one of the best games that I have ever played but never beat for a variety of reasons. I think I've tried to play through this game like 3 times. And I really like it. And every time something happens where I just like lose the momentum and I just fall off of it. Paxil and Amber, yeah, it is hard. This feels like a unintentional like humble brag. I don't think I ever fell off because I felt like I couldn't beat it. It's just a lot. There's a lot. Well, we're gonna see all of it. We're gonna see a lot of it. We're gonna see all of the a lot. There we go. Let's hit this campaign button. I was thinking about trying to install some small quality of life mods, and I just frankly did not have time between getting off of work and eating dinner and starting the stream. So between this week and next week, I might install some quality of life mods. But not today. Get going with the standard campaign. I don't even remember, I remember there being character creation, but I do not remember what I get to create.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromadir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. But I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
God, such a banger intro. So yeah, people are talking about the Battletech books in chat. God, there's so much. I've played Battletech pen and paper, or I guess tabletop, once in my life, and it was at Gen Con with Austin, actually. So at one point in my life, I learned how to roll and add my gator score. I think I bought like a starter kit at that Gen Con that I have never convinced anyone to play with me because there's so many rules. There's so many numbers, bro. This is so much more approachable. I'm gonna turn down game audio just a bit. Okay. I mean, I think a lot of people, Deconquest, have mostly experienced the game or introed into BattleTech through like the Mech Warrior games. What were the Mech Assault on the original Xbox? I lost so many hours to Mech Assault in high school. Whew. Okay, let's make a character. Welcome to the Aurigan Reach. The Aurigan Reach is a small kingdom in the Rimward Periphery, a region of space that lies at the outskirts of the more densely colonized Inner Sphere. It is home to the Aurigan Coalition, a federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy and ruled by the Arano family. For 3 generations under the rule of House Arano, the Aurigan Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. It is here your story begins. Okay, decades ago, your family came to the Reach from... Man. Or just in it. Here's all the Mech Warrior lore. Okay, so we got the Draconis Combine, fierce, disciplined, and relentless fighters. The Draconis Combine is as ethnically diverse as any, but it is also one of the most culturally homogenous. Succeeding in uniting the people of the Combine into a single culture, one heavily molded around medieval Japanese society. Okay. The Free Worlds League. Mech warriors who hail from the Free Warriors League tend to be passionate, enduring fighters who value justice and equality. The Free Worlds League is actually a broad coalition of many minor noble houses. For most of history, it's been ruled under martial law. Okay. It's a culturally diverse and independent region. Okay. The Federated Sons. I think this is Davion. House Davion. Possess more finely honed skills and better equipment. They often see themselves as righteous warriors of champions of liberty. Okay, so these are the Paladins, right? Though nearly extinguished by the Draconis Combine in the First Succession War, the Federated Sons has become arguably the most powerful of the 5 great successor states. Okay, so yeah, this is we're the good empire, though. That seems to be the vibe here. We're the empire, but like we're the good ones, you know? We got to bring civilization to places. The Lyran Commonwealth. Hardy, well-equipped, and well-trained. Not particularly strategic thinkers. Okay, this is high up on the list so far. Snuffy McGee, this is the release version? At least, if it's not, I didn't install any mods that I remember. I was thinking about installing some mods, but I just didn't have time. I think if I did, the only mods I'm really interested in are some of like the quality of life ones. Like I saw a mod that like is like, hey, here's like, this gives you like the actual to hit numbers. And that seems like a good mod. Anyway, let's read about these big dumb strong boys from the Lyran Commonwealth. Wealth is the greatest strength of the merchant princes of the Lyran Commonwealth, ruled by House Steiner. Despite a number of humiliating defeats in the first two succession wars, the Lyran Commonwealth has bounced back thanks to the combined strength of its economy and its control of the Inner Sphere's largest functioning battle mech factories. What the Lyran Commonwealth may lack in military prowess, it makes up for with raw numbers and industrial scale. Bro, this is just the Ghoul Jeddirk faction. Fuck yeah. Okay. So far, I'm leaning Lyran Commonwealth. Shout out to Ghoul Jeddirk, the best fail son in anime. The Capella Federation. Dedicated and steadfast combatants capable of holding the line and often surprising opponents who would make the mistake of underestimating them. Deconquest, I am so behind on Witch from Mercury. I've watched like 2 episodes of this season. And at this point, I think I'm just going to wait for the season to be over before I jump back in. The Capellan Confederation has suffered the most at the hands of the other successor states over the last 2 centuries of war, having lost nearly half of the territory it once controlled. Okay, the Capellan Confederation is a socialist police state with a highly regulated economy. And you earn service through military, or you earn citizenship through military service. Okay. Gotcha. The Magistracy. Magistracy? Canopus. Clever and unorthodox tactics on the battlefield. While smaller than the great successor states of the Inosphere, the Magistry of Canopus is one of the major powers of the Rimworld periphery. The Magistry is a matriarchal society led by a Magistrix. This is an elected position open to any woman, but largely controlled by House Centrella. The Magistry supports an open society that ensures the personal liberty of all citizens and the right to live their lives as they see fit. Okay. This sounds all right. Okay, I also see chat making weed jokes. So that's pretty good. The Taurian Concordant. Concordat, whatever. Stubborn and aggressive, quick to anger. A constitutional monarchy is the strongest military power of the Rimworld periphery. It is also one of the oldest surviving realms of human civilization, having been formed long before the creation of the Star League. They enjoy extensive freedoms guaranteed by the Concordat Charter, and take pride in defending those freedoms through compulsory service. And they hate the Inner Sphere. Okay. Rimworld periphery. They can be anything from petty thugs to ruthless tacticians to skilled and honorable warriors. Okay. The Star League's downfall began in the periphery, eventually leading to the current tattered state of these disparate star systems on the edge of known space. The periphery is still the galaxy's frontier, where the great houses of the Inner Sphere play deadly politics, petty bandit kingdoms thrive, and pirate bands prey on minor noble houses trying to survive. And lastly, the deep periphery. Depths of space that remain uncharted and unknown to most of human civilization. Little is known about these regions, but they are far from uninhabited. The deep periphery is littered with abandoned colonies and small outposts isolated from the rest of humanity. After the fall of the Star League, General Alexander Kerensky led the remnants of the Star League Defense Force into the deep periphery, disappearing from the Inner Sphere and recorded history. Oh yeah, I forgot that you can click on all the highlighted stuff. Okay, sure. Man. I do kind of want to be a rich fail son. I also like the Canopus place. I think when I had previously played this, I always went either deep or Rimworld periphery, so I don't think I'll go with those. I want to try something different. I don't remember how much this even, like, affects it. Let's go with the magistry of Canopus, even though I can't say it. That's where we're gonna be from. Okay. You are of noble birth. Though immigrants to the Oregon Reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of Oregon space. By the time you were born, your family had become the de facto ruling nobility of the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child heir to the family's titles in ancestral battle mech, the old Blackjack BJ-1. This is where you met Raju Mastiff Montgomery, a veteran of the Succession Wars, whom your parents hired on for a season to train you as a mech warrior. Raju was a strict but capable teacher, and you quickly became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life, ... until the day after your 16th birthday, when I was exiled, I was struck out on my own, my family went bankrupt, my family died in an accident, or my family was betrayed. Trying to remember what the different stats are, because these different backgrounds can be different stats. So gunnery is chance to hit with ranged weapons and an effective counter to evasion. Okay, so gunnery is targeting. Tactics, clicking on you. Tactics increases the effectiveness of called shot opportunities and reduces the penalty for indirect fire and improves the minimum range of weaponry. Okay. Oh, it's Keith. Keith, I have to unmute Discord if you want to say it's a poppin' again.
Okay, sure.
Let's take two. We're ready. 3, 2, 1.
It's a poppin'.
Oh, it sure is, Keith.
How's it going? How's battle tech? Fuck.
Yeah, no,
Battletech. Okay,
yeah.
Great.
We're figuring out our life story.
Oh, that's great, because we've been wondering this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I might have been in every single other BattleTech ep. Maybe you did one that I wasn't on.
No, this is the first one.
Not anymore. It's not.
Well, not what?
Haven't we played BattleTech twice before?
No.
Oh, am I thinking of a different mech game?
You're probably thinking of a different mech game.
It was the one where it was recent. It was recent. I'm just confusing my mech games.
That's okay. Now I'm wondering, but
they've all got the same.
Phantom Brigade. That's probably
Phantom
what it was.
Brigade.
Yeah.
Yes. But I've just had BattleTech in my head for a long time.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's just one of those games that that it's been out for a while.
2018.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been like on my radar since around then, and I haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We have so far chosen where we're from, and because we chose that, we are the son of a noble, or I guess the child. I'm pretty sure you can choose gender in this. Of a noble family until the day of our 16th birthday, and now we're choosing what terrible thing happened to us.
And I do choose gender.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I shouldn't worry about the stats. I should just pick the thing that seems most fun.
But Dre, sometimes it's the stats that are the fun part.
Yeah, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. My family going bankrupt is very funny.
That is funny.
My family dying in an accident, not funny.
So funny.
Or them being betrayed.
Really, family went bankrupt is the only funny one. They were just, I guess they were like, we need one joke answer.
Although it looks like after they died in an accident, we also went bankrupt.
That is true. You know, it's been a week chock full of news, and Minion of Gruce of Rock says depends on the accident.
Sure. Yeah. Let's just say we struck out on our own. We got that independent spirit.
Yeah. That's what I've got.
And then, okay, what do we do on our own? Did we become a soldier? A pirate?
Well,
A gladiator?
pirate is the number one thing to strike out on your own doing.
That's true. Let's see. Gladiator, Inner Sphere mercenary, a frontier freelancer. That one's kind of cool because that's like you left the Inner Sphere and you went out to the Wild West.
Yeah.
Merchant guard. That's less boring.
Merchant guard is okay.
It was a largely uneventful life, though, Keith.
Oh. Well, then no, it's not okay.
Yeah.
I like the idea if you weren't a merchant guard, you were a merchant who had to guard
The merchandise.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like, I've got to be a sort of merchant / pilot.
Yeah. I'm gonna go gladiator.
Okay.
Living
You eked
paycheck
out a
to
living
paycheck.
as a gladiator.
Just shooting stuff. All right, until years later, we crossed paths with Raju, Mastiff Montgomery once again. This was our tutor when we were still living at home. He taught us how to be a mech pilot.
Didn't do that great a job if we could only eke out a living as a gladiator.
Yeah, I guess. We were down on our luck and one bad fight away from the gutter. So, okay, he came and got us. He said, hey, come back to the rich world. Come work with me and be in this noble lady's honor guard. Okay, all right, here we go. It's time to just hit random on stuff. Oh, Keith, I need to start a screen share with you.
That is true. It is low stakes right now, but yeah.
I need you to see the names as they pop up so you can tell me when to stop.
Oh, fair, yeah. Because I'm just seeing who knows how long ago Stjambach.
Yeah, that's still up there.
Okay, great. And
I'm gonna change
Watch stream.
pronouns to they.
Okay.
I was gonna keep clicking until you tell me to stop on his first name.
Okay. Are we Oh, that's Mech Warrior call sign. I thought this was his first name, last name. But no, that's call sign.
The thing I'm clicking on right now is first name.
I like that. I like Jimena.
Okay.
That's a h sound.
Yeah.
X. I think that's what it is. Oh, last name is down there. Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Now. Ritter. Oh, Ritter was I like
right.
that. Ritter. Ritter's a mech pilot name for sure.
Yeah. All right. Now it's call sign time.
Okay.
Spaniel.
Spaniel's no. Spaniel's no good.
Jalopy.
Jalopy. Oh, that's not bad for a broken down gladiator. That's definitely something.
A lot of
Pointer.
dog names
That's one
so
up from
far.
Spaniel.
Yeah.
Plover.
I don't know what a plover is.
I don't know either. Vampire. That's saying a lot.
Okay, Nebula's not bad. Shifty.
Shifty's okay. I don't think it fits your deal though.
Yeah,
Signals
also
That's
a
also
really good
okay.
call sign, but yeah,
Yeah.
not for us.
Mustang.
Okay, now we got birds. We went from
Oriole
dogs,
is
now we're on
good. I think
birds.
Oriole fits.
Yeah, I like Oriole. Let's see here. I'll pick one of these portraits.
Thank you. Chat says plover is a bird.
Oh, okay. All sorts of bird names here.
Let's see. What kind of bird is a plover? Plover. Oh, look it looks like a sandpiper.
Okay.
A short-billed, gregarious wading bird.
Oh, it's gregarious.
I love that the dictionary knows that a plover is gregarious.
Mm-hmm. I cannot see this makeup. That
It looks just like a sandpiper. If anyone knows. Oh, it's also called the piping plover. So there you go. Must be sandpiper. Must just be another name for a plover.
Oh, hell yeah. Now we're getting to the good makeup.
I like that there's a little bit Hot Topic and a little bit Rambo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. A little bit country, a little bit rock and roll.
Yes, those are the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hot Topic, of course, is country.
Sure.
Rambo's rock and roll.
Yeah. Well, wait. What color are Orioles? Are they black and orange?
Yes.
Okay.
You can tell because of the baseball team.
Oh yeah, that's all right. That's fair. Can I make my tips orange? That's kind of orange.
Oh.
Not really.
Queerly Departed said, "What if Snake was Pete Wentz?" Which is very much what you have going on there.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's actually, there's not a ton of Snake here anymore. It's a little bit more of like, what if Pete Wentz was a Ken from Barbie?
What if Pete Wentz was a Ken from Barbie, but in the Oppenheimer movie?
Sure. Yeah.
What are our tattoo options here? Can't see most of them.
Oh no. Yeah, you can't see him.
Oh, we got clothing options too.
Can you zoom out? Oh, camera must be to zoom out to see here.
Oh. No, I think that just changes the angle.
Just changes the angle.
Okay, but yeah, now I can kind of see the side.
Only kind of.
Oh, there's a butterfly.
Okay.
That's a thing.
Clashes a little bit with the bird theme, but that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, there's a scorpion. Yeah, where's
these are very light tattoos.
Yeah, they are.
These are whispers of a tattoo.
There's a little planet on your neck.
Okay, I don't hate that.
Little DNA. Is that a heart? I think that's a heart. Little star. I was really hoping for a bird, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Or if we are, I can't see it. Yeah, it can't be on the other side because you can only look this way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the DNA sign.
Okay.
Because being a mech warrior is in our genes.
Oh damn! I thought it was because they fucking love science.
Could be both.
They're a mech warrior and also like a Facebook / Reddit sort of nerd for science stuff.
Wow.
But like not real science, like pop science, like science memes.
Man, you're being real mean to our little Oriole here.
Yeah. That's just the vibe that I got.
That's fair. I kind of hate it, but I do feel like I have to stick with the bad swoop.
Yeah, I really liked the bad soup. I thought it was terrible, but like in a fun way.
Yeah.
Ran away from our rich family because they just didn't understand our feelings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't really care about the eyebrows. Oh.
That's rough.
Yeah, there's some challenging choices here. I definitely am feeling like scruff all over.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Expression.
Scared. It's 3 different levels of concerned.
Yeah. This one's just kind of nonplussed.
Yeah.
Now he's nonplussed looking to one side.
Yeah.
now his eye grew, I think.
I made a terrible bit of espresso before I came on here.
Oh no.
It's really vile.
What's terrible about it? Just tastes bad?
Well, so I have this machine that I got a couple years ago now. It's the Cafe Lot Robot. It's a manual machine, so there's no boiler. You just pour boiling water in it and squeeze the lever arms.
Okay.
And it is fantastic. I mean, it really does make phenomenal drinks when you know how to use it properly. Like a lot of machines, especially like electric ones in this price range, do not make very good drinks. But this is a sort of like, hey, we've chopped out a bunch of the electronic work that like a cheap machine might have to do, and instead you've got to do all that, but in return it actually can make a very good drink. But I declined to, for money reasons, buy the pressure gauge that comes with it. For 2.5 years I've had this thing, and I just put on the pressure gauge today. I bought it like last week, and it arrived today. So I was dialing in with the new pressure gauge, realizing, I've been like under pressing by about a bar and a half or 2 bars, because I've been doing it with a bathroom scale, which they actually recommend in the manual. Hey, you can use a bathroom scale, put about 38 pounds on that, and that's about where you want to be. But this is a digital scale, and I think that it kind of like didn't work properly, and so I was under pressing for a long time. So I just tried to dial it in coarser to get like the right pressure. Did it too coarse, way too coarse, made an extremely strong drink, way too strong.
Is there any way to save it once it's there, or is it just?
I could go add some hot water to this and make it an Americano, I guess. I might do that. That's not a bad idea. Instead of
suffering.
Oh yeah, that's very intense. Although it's not totally without. There's like a macerated raspberry to it. High Lord Tomatiarano II
is dead. Ooh. Oh, okay. So this guy's gonna overthrow the government.
Sick. Oh wait, but he's also gonna consolidate power. Not so sick.
Okay. Lady Camilla Rano. That's who hired us.
Okay.
She will not enact her uncle's directive.
Wow.
Okay, so she's gonna go to the throne. And our job is to escort her safely.
Meanwhile, the uncle is like actively trying to coup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I guess we don't know for sure that he's actively trying to coup, but
he might be passively trying to coup.
It certainly seems like that's where we're headed.
Right. At some point, you've got to get into a mech fight.
Yeah. It's weird. The Battletech pen and paper games are all about, mech fights, but this is just a conversation simulator.
Right.
Command interface.
It's a robot walking simulator.
Mm-hmm. All right, tutorialing. Use WASDA and QE.
Right, I'm gonna pull on this headphone wire a little bit, and then go grab that hot water. 1 sec.
That's fine. We're just doing tutorial stuff.
I'll come right out and say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day.
Uh-oh.
There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
Well,
That's pretty good.
that's not cool, Mastiff.
Like I was saying, I can't prove anything. But my gut tells me something's off. And a warrior trusts their instincts.
You just got killed.
No, I blew that guy up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Mastiff is over here telling me that he's pretty sure Coup's gonna happen.
And you took that as your sign to start shooting at forest mechs with
Well,
no
we're
warning?
also like we're my mech just got fixed, so he's like, let's run it through the paces, kid.
Oh, okay. This isn't the escort.
No.
Okay.
Targeting computer.
Kamea's like a daughter to me, and her late father, High Lord Damati, was a good friend.
All weapons committed.
All right, turn around. Shoot it in the butt.
While you're tutorializing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the Twitter and be like, hey, we started streaming.
Oh yeah.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Dre and Keith are live.
Okay.
Gloria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Boy, they sure are talking a lot about this Victoria lady. I'm sure nothing could go wrong.
Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Okay, go take a little dippy dip in the water.
Okay. Tweet it out. And Dre, let me check our audio levels in the stream while I'm at it.
Yeah, sure.
I am a bit louder than you. You could probably turn yourself up, or I could turn me down. It's up to you, or you could turn me down.
I'll turn you down. Okay, I think we should be even now. Oh,
Okay.
are you calling for a toast?
Yeah, let's toast.
Yeah, you rang the little cup, so
Oh, I. Well, I had a spoon in the cup from when it was espresso, and now it's no
Oh.
longer espresso, so I took the spoon out. I
Gotcha.
didn't even occur to me that would get picked up on the mic, but of course it did.
I'm gonna go punch this robot to death. Oh, I just headbutted that robot. Okay,
That's pretty sick.
yeah.
Damn, one and done.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
Push that engine, kid.
Full throttle. Warning. Enemy in rear arc.
Pew pew.
Ooh, we're combat ready.
Yeah. All right, it's time to
An
go
impressive display,
visit this
Sir Roger.
lady at the mech bay.
Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
You know the other mech game that I never played? Into the Breach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a good game, Keith.
Yeah. I gotta play those. I think I own them both. Just one of those things, you know?
Okay.
Not foreshadowing. None of this is foreshadowing.
None of
by
this
the
is
way.
foreshadowing that they have a fun, affectionate rivalry.
Yeah.
Mission successful.
Yeah, we did it. We beat the game, Keith.
Nice. Sick.
The first
We
battle,
got our-
the Mackie was
The Mackie. Battle. It should have been called Battle Mackies.
I remember the Oregon Reach of old, the time of the Great Expansion. I was just a boy then. Proudly we went forth, bringing the light of our coalition to so many systems. And for what?
Oh.
To see our great kingdom slowly waste away? Year after year, the Council deliberates while our economy falters, and the wolves bay at every door, while covetous neighbors plot against us. Well, I say, it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Orana will not act, someone must.
Oh, he's cooing.
I know what I'm asking of you. You will face former comrades, or even loved ones, on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations, for the Directorate!
The Directorate?
Man, this guy said we need to go to war for the economy.
We need to go. And people are saying that the economy is an important issue to them. What that means, no one could know.
No one understands.
I also love the idea of like my niece is not acting to solve any of these problems the day before her coronation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She refuses to turn this into a dictatorship and instead wants it to be a democracy still. Or I guess a constitutional monarchy? I don't know.
Yeah, unclear what the government they have now is, I guess.
Yeah.
There's definitely a queen or whatever they called the queen.
Interface initiated.
Oh, she doesn't know. We don't know that this is happening yet. Okay.
Damn. No radio?
What's that smoke?
This is damned odd, and I don't like it. Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
Man, this guy's gonna die so hard.
You think so? You don't think he's going to become like our commander in the Civil War?
Nah, this screams like doomed tragic sacrifice
Yeah.
to save us and the princess.
That's fair.
Whatever's happening here, I won't let it derail your coronation. Your people need you.
Thank you, Raju. I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
Oh,
There is this like
No doubt.
sort of disconnect in games like this where it really ends up being unimportant, but it's this kind of game where someone has to like be really passionate about what the queen means to her people.
mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, what are you talking about? What do you? I don't understand what you're even trying to say. It's probably proximity to the queen makes you feel like people care about the queen. But even people who say they care about queens, I think are, like we just had the coronation of the king in the UK, like what is that, a couple months ago now or something? And because of that, you've got a lot of people being like vocally pro the monarchy over there in a way that isn't like the typical day-to-day thing.
Sure.
Which I think says a lot that you don't ever have to be pro-monarchy until, someone is on the news being anti-monarchy, and then you get to talk about like how important the king or the queen is to the people. And it's like, I don't know. I think you just went 6 months without thinking about the queen once, probably.
And it seemed okay.
Yeah. Like even the people who say they care, I think don't actually do a lot of caring. They just would assume that they care and then build kind of an identity. This is different. This person seems like they actually rule a country or something.
Yeah.
But it is still weird to encounter a character that's like a royalist. I don't know what it's hard for me to put myself in the shoes of that.
Oh, this guy said there's a disturbance along the Coronation Road.
What? Wait, but this is her big day.
It is her big day. Oh, they want to fall in behind us and guard our 6.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't.
Now that's what I call fodder.
Yeah, there goes Mastiff. He be knowing things. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's coup time.
Fall back, Kamea. Get behind.
Oh, they were lying. They don't want to guard our 6. They want to shoot our 6.
They want to shoot us in the butt. Yes.
Safety's disengaged.
Safety disengaged. Let's go.
Acknowledged. I'm moving.
Uh-oh. That guy's just coming up to punch me.
Lucky bastard.
Whoa.
It's a solid hit.
Dang, he's cussing.
But he's also giving them props.
That's true.
Okay, fair's fair. They gotcha.
Now, should I just punch him, or should I, like, back up and shoot him with all my guns?
I think it's guns.
Yeah? Okay.
Well, you did headbutt that person one time. Maybe you can do it the headbutt.
Fall in behind me.
All right, we're shooting him.
Engaging target.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Just blew his torso off.
Take that as a lesson.
Keith, how much do you know about, like, the limb system in this game?
None.
Okay.
They slacked my armor.
Okay, yeah, so this, I just got my left
You have some
side
by your
blown
neck
off.
and under your armpits.
Well, no. So, like, all of the mechs, you see how here on like the health area, it's got like all these different areas. All of these things have
Yeah,
their own
yeah.
individual like armor and health.
Okay.
And if you blow up, if you get these to 0, they will literally like blow up and blow off the mech. So like, if you blow up their left torso, not only will that explode, but their arm attached to it will also blow up.
Okay, so you've got a little bit of dead space.
Yeah. At this point, I don't think I have anybody who's capable of like specifically targeting like parts. I think that's a skill you get later. Let's do the old multi-target here.
Oh, nice. So what guns do you have? And are you controlling all 3 of these people in the party, or are you?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So she's got 2 lasers,
Okay.
and she's got some SRMs and some LRMs.
Short range missiles and long range missiles.
Yep, you got it.
Got it.
I probably don't need to shoot all of these at Mr.
At the Panther.
Yeah, he's already pretty fucked up. I'm gonna shoot some of these at the other guy.
Affirmative.
Missiles went all squiggly. Should have just shot him straight.
See, all right. We just blew
he was
up
right
that guy's
there.
left torso.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So let's see. Can I get?
Not to distract you from your first real fight here, Gray, but pretty excited for Thursday this week. Our second recording
Oh
for
yeah,
the Hunter x Hunter podcast.
yeah. I guess
We recorded it.
we don't have a release date yet, do we?
We don't have a release date. We need music, and we don't have art yet.
Okay.
And like I think that those are like the last real things to do. We are gonna be on an every other week release schedule, but we're getting some in the can. I don't know how long we're gonna be recording every week for, but you know, I'm pretty excited. I mean, and I'm like, I haven't watched this week's episodes yet, but I'm itching to watch them. I was immediately like watching the first 3 episodes, like, yep, I'm ready to rewatch the show.
Yeah, it turns out Hunter x Hunter is fucking awesome.
It's awesome. It's so good.
Let's see if this is enough to blow this guy up.
Tenderfoot asks, how much are we covering with each episode? I plotted out how that is going to go, and it's really dependent on like where we are in the series. I've tried to like resolve as like subplots within watch sessions where I could, but it is about 3 episodes per episode. That's like, it's not going to always be that. Jack actually had a very good idea at the, I think it was Jack anyway, at the end of the last recording, which was like, hey, tell people what the next episodes are for the next session. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. So, but the first episode will be the first 3.
And I fear this is only the beginning. Follow me, keep close, and remember your training. Things are likely to get ugly between here and there.
Of course, that show is only possible due to your support over at friendsoftheTable.cash. You can go to friendsoftheTable.cash, support the show, support the continued existence of the show, future projects, support the time that it will take to watch this whole show, record it, edit it, and the show will be going up on a free feed. It is, you know, thanks to people on the Patreon that we get to do stuff like this. We want people to actually hear it. And I'm super excited for people to hear it and to do more of it.
I've got a sensor lock.
Oh, they're sending little cars at me, Keith.
No. Oh, you're kind of low on health there. Wait, maybe I'm reading the health wrong.
Yeah, that's...
You have a very low red bar,
yeah,
and I don't know what it means.
That's my heat gauge.
Okay, okay, good.
So it's good for that to be low.
I'm on the move.
Oh, you know, one more plug that we don't do very often. Tell a friend. Tell a friend about the show.
Oh yeah.
Tweet about it or something. Pick something that we do that you like that is like easily shareable, like a stream like this, or when the Hunter x Hunter show comes out. Like that's a pretty good thing for people to listen to. Maybe one of the live at the tables or something. You know, tell a friend.
Yeah. Flight of Icarus asks if we have a name yet for the podcast.
Yeah, we teased it as a sort of evolution of the media club thing that we were doing on the Patreon for a while. So we're pretty sure that it's going to end up being called Media Club Plus.
You wanna hit him with that little tagline, Keith? Or you gotta save that for the real?
Gotta save it. Save it.
Okay.
You've got my attention.
I don't even have it up there, even. So.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
My lead. Damn you for making me do this. Never stood a chance.
I like this guy.
Damn you for making me
Yeah.
do this.
Fuck you! I have to murder you.
I I hate having to kill people. You'll leave me no choice.
I mean, I guess I'm glad that he does. It'd probably be worse if he didn't hate to kill people.
Me with the Fez says none of your business. That is very funny, but we eventually Hunter x Hunter will finish and something else.
Yeah.
Ideally will go there. So it can't be Hunter x Hunter specific.
Gone fishing is also very good.
Gone fishing is good, yeah.
Uh-oh. Looks like bad things have happened.
I'll do what you ask.
When you say bad things have happened, you mean in addition to the coup?
Well, yeah.
Like a second bad thing? It can't be. My uncle.
An Espinosa battle mech plow through an alley full of civilians.
I'll say this. It definitely seems like they're setting up that this is a right-wing coup from a dictator hopeful.
Yeah. Oh, wow. They just like bombarded the city from space.
Damn. But if you are like the incoming queen and you don't have some advisor who's like, your uncle is maybe going to do a coup for real.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you don't have the most organized government in the world.
Oh, here's her best friend cousin. What have you done?
Oh my God.
Oh man. Her family's complacency.
Our nation dwindles like a dying star.
Oh man, she's gonna murder this Mastiff guy so hard.
Yeah. She definitely seems like a main character.
Damn, she said you're a fool.
Damn.
Oh.
Attention, all Espinosa forces. This is Lady Victoria.
A big ship just came out of nowhere.
It would suck.
Be apprehended and taken alive by my command.
It would suck so hard to be the queen. Like, can you imagine being third in line for the throne and being like, you know what I really want is to be second in line?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's such a bad reason to go to war.
Yeah, but you're just one step closer, you know?
But I would hate to be the queen. It sounds terrible.
Well, yeah, Keith, because you're like a normal person.
Right through his armor.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's sort of like, obviously the sweet spot is somewhere between like 35th and 5th in line for the throne.
Sure.
And everything else is even 5th. I'm going to say 15th.
Yeah.
Like, you really don't want to be, you want to like all of the benefits of, the royal life with none of the responsibility or scrutiny.
Well, what about in that one TV show with Kiefer Sutherland?
24?
No, the other one he was on where somebody did a terrorism. Lone Survivor, I think it was called.
Oh,
it's like he was like some like.
Oh, he was the designated survivor.
Yeah. Designated survivor. Yeah. So even if you're 35th, it could happen.
It could happen, but at that point you abdicate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Keith, it's an emergency. The people need you.
Yeah.
You have my attention.
I mean, honestly, president is even worse than monarch, right? Like, I would even less want. Because here's the thing: I think there's a fully 10% chance that you become president, and the CIA goes, "We killed JFK. We can kill you. There's a gun on your head, 24/7. Don't do shit." this is how things are forever.
Sure.
Mess it up and you're dead. I think there's a I'll say 5% chance that happens. I don't want that.
I'm gonna say 7.
Okay, that's fair.
Damage minimal.
Now I kind of just want to go punch this guy. You know? I'm just gonna go punch this small guy. Oh! Okay, yeah, that worked.
Nice.
Hostile unit.
Incoming transmission.
Uh-oh.
Attention.
That was a cool little.
Yeah. Maybe this guy should be in charge. He's got
Yeah, this
cool
guy's got a
music.
great ringtone. Maybe he should be
Surrounding houses, I have assumed control of the Oregon
Dictator.
coalition. For your own protection, I urge you to remain calm and stay indoors until otherwise instructed. All hostile units, stand down, and you have my oath that you will not be harmed. Resist, and you will be fired upon.
sick.
My father placed his faith in that man. I gave him my trust. He was family.
Damn. Not real family, though.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell really right away that this was gonna be. I guess I have the benefit of knowing that she's in the plot of a video game,
Yeah.
but still, you know.
I mean, he did straight up tell her that he wanted to overthrow the government and just have her be his puppet. And she was like, no, I don't like that idea,
Right.
but you probably won't do anything about it.
Right. We were just spitballing. No bad ideas, I thought.
I didn't realize you were saying no take backsies.
Getting outmaneuvered.
I can't believe in this world where we've, you know, spec'd out our military with giant walking missile carrying robots that we're actually going to have to use them in a war.
Yeah, I know, it's fucked up. Oh man,
Rah.
he kicked that guy.
That was a critical hit.
Oh, he fell over.
Wow.
He didn't feel so good. Oh, I love how slow they get up after you knock them down. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Too big to get up.
2 CB Cry ask, are there combat aircraft in Battletech? In the pen and paper game there is. I'm pretty sure.
Until you mentioned it earlier, I forgot that these were based off of
yeah.
pen and paper games.
Let's see. What side of this mech is fucked up?
Have you played much of the pen and paper game?
No. Literally, the only time I played it was when we were at Gen Con.
Oh.
I played it with Austin because they were like running sessions of like learn Battletech.
That's all right.
And then I bought like a little starter set and I've never played it again because it was very complex.
Well, and then also what happened 8 months after Gen Con.
Oh god, you know what? That's a good point, Keith.
Yeah. For anyone who's not good at guessing games, it was the pandemic.
Yeah.
That was fun though. I was looking forward to doing more stuff like that. And then now
then-
it's 3 years later.
Yeah.
4 years later. It's 4 years later.
Engaging physical attack.
Yeah. Well, I didn't headbutt that guy to death.
Oh, damn.
It takes a lot to headbutt somebody to death,
Yeah.
it turns out.
Roger that. To hell with the weapons.
Oh, he missed.
That sucks.
You suck, old man. Is there a way to play pen and paper Battletech online? I mean, I'm sure there is. I would be shocked if like Roll20 or Foundry
Internal damage.
don't have BattleTech.
Or that what's
modules.
that board game simulator and
Oh, tabletop? Yeah, I bet
Tabletop?
tabletop sim has that stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Engaging physical attack.
Alright, we blew up his other torso.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
I don't think he has any guns left. I think we shot them all off. Yeah, so it can just like kind of kick us.
I'm losing armor.
I gotta look up what this thing stands for, but Exurgent Design says I like the board game, but it is a lot of add up all the modifiers and then check this table to see how many missiles hit.
Yes, I hear you.
The only thing I remember from that like lesson tutorial that we took was that like
Copy that.
they had an acronym for all the numbers you had to like add together, and it was Gator.
It's funny that you remember the acronym, but not any of the.
Well, because it's Gator. It's like
Gator. It's pretty easy to remember.
It's your gunnery score plus your
Armor.
no, I don't know.
You've got my attention.
Let's go kick this man apart. There we go.
Gunnery, attacker modifier, target modifier, other modifiers, range modifier.
Yeah, there you go. Easy.
Easy. I also have some games that I haven't played nearly as much as I wanted to from then, but nothing like BattleTech. I got that Die Hard game.
Oh.
That game's a blast. Very easy to learn. Very sort of like one of those asymmetrical games, but like wouldn't be like impossible to teach someone that doesn't play board games.
And my throne on the same day.
And then I got the that Star Wars Outer Rim game, which I also really liked. I should play this. I haven't played them in a while. I tried to play them on Mother's Day, but didn't work out.
Oh, we've got more bad
You
guys.
have my attention.
Got to get to the landing zone.
Copy that.
The LZ.
Oh, that's what that stands for.
What, a landing zone?
Yeah. I made a silly, Keith.
I thought it stood for lava
Lava zone. You can't touch that.
You don't go to the LZ. The floor is lava there.
Oh, there's a scorpion and a striker. Lots of za. Man, that'd be a great. I'd go to that LZ.
Orders?
It stands for La Zoo, which means the zoo.
Robodendron says it stands for Let's Zordy. Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. I feel like there's a way for me to tell which one of these hasn't acted yet. Okay, it's the little number. Yeah. Yeah, they're in group 2, so this one hasn't acted yet.
All weapons emitted.
Yeah! Blew up that tank.
Nice hit.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Reading you loud and clear.
Oh, fuck yeah. Let's just go step on this tank.
On my way.
Yeah, do not bring a tank to a mech fight.
Boom!
That's rough.
Oh, wow. Now she wants to order her death. Damn.
Damn. Camilla doesn't play.
Apparently neither does Victoria Espinosa. Captain Houst.
As you command, my lady.
Oh, this guy seems like a bad guy.
Yeah. Wolverine.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Affirmative.
Sensor lock this man.
I've got a sensor lock.
They think there's one mech can take out the three of you.
It's a good mech.
It does look like a good mech. It looks pretty big too. But come on.
You know what, Keith? I appreciate your belief in me.
It's that belief in you and your abilities, and also just like you don't want to be one robot fighting three robots.
Yeah, no, fair. Also, he's like already got himself close to being overheated.
Like that was so much worse than his missiles on you. Yeah, Mossy Kid in the chat says, the first time I played this, he shot his guns when he made that jump and ended up shutting himself down and overheat.
That's pretty cool. That sounds like a cool thing to do.
Yeah, very flashy way to lose a fight.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they're counting... I guess they're counting these turrets as part of his forces.
You know, a mech game that you could play for Mech Mondays, Dre, is... Let me get my Steam open. It was supposed to be open fast, but it decided to be slow. I barely made it through the tutorial. I haven't actually played... I actually haven't played much of the... Well, it was recently. It was recently. I was going to play with my cousin, and then it just fell through.
Yes, I hear you.
There we go. Mech Warrior Online Legends.
Oh. All right, how's that work?
Big 3D third person slow sort of mech action sim.
Yeah. Is it is that like, is that the same as the Mech Warrior Online that's been around for a while? What did you say it was called again?
It's called Legends. It's been out for a while. Yeah, it's like 8 years old.
Okay, yeah.
Set in the BattleTech universe, of course.
Sure.
But it seemed like you know, charmingly overcomplicated.
Orders.
Sure.
And it's free to play.
I can't remember, Keith, did you tell me that you've played Steel Battalion?
No, my Steel Battalion story is more tragic than that.
Okay.
To quickly recap for people who've heard this story here and on Run Button several times, my first encounter with Steel Battalion was at the first PAX East, where we were going, me and Kylie were going to try Steel Battalion, but the sort of like LARPing host of the event was too annoying for me, so I left. And Kylie didn't want to do it by themselves, and it sort of bore a grudge against me for a long time. And then right before the start of the pandemic, a fan sent us the game and the massive giant Steel Battalion controller for the original Xbox.
Oh, wow.
And we just have not been able to get together in a meaningful enough way to like dive into it yet, but we are absolutely going to pull that out one day and have a blast with it. So I like weirdly own it and have the controller, and it's in great condition, and have not played it.
Man.
Yeah. It is. Have you seen the controller in person?
No.
It is fully, I mean, not even counting the floor pedals, of which there's 3. It is, I'm going to say,
God, that's beautiful.
I'm going to say it's 3 feet long.
God.
Maybe like just under 3 feet long.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture.
Apparently, MechWarrior Living Legends is a free fan multiplayer game, whereas MechWarrior Online is the official one that is also free.
This is not Living Legends. I don't know if that's different. This is just MechWarrior Online Legends.
Okay.
It was developed by Piranha Games, who seem to have done all of the other MechWarrior things.
Gotcha.
Or at least they did MechWarrior 5 and MechWarrior Online normal style.
Yeah.
Roger.
I'm on it.
All right, only 5 minutes. That's all we need to be able to leave. What could go wrong?
Probably nothing.
Thank you, Sir Rashu. Thank you both. I won't forget what you've done for me today. I promise you that.
It's the bad guys.
No, I thought nothing was going to happen.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of dudes.
Yeah, they're really going all out
That's
for this coup.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 robots.
If there's something you don't want to half-ass, it's a coup.
Yeah, that's fair.
Coups end really badly if you don't follow through.
Oh, man. They hacked his mech.
Oh, no.
Oh, they hacked my mech.
Trouble with your blackjack, Oriole?
Damn. You vicious little brat.
It's funny to be like, you know, acting basically normal and then be like, not only am I betraying you, I'm also extremely arch.
Yeah.
I secretly have I don't just believe the thing that I'm doing is correct. I also am like obviously being evil on purpose as a personality quirk.
Yeah. Okay, I remembered that whole tutorial part. I don't remember what comes next. I guess this cutscene where this dude bites it. God damn it. I don't think this showed up on stream, but as this man is dying and the very sad music is playing, I got a Steam notification that someone that I'm Steam friends with who changed their name to Charlie Brown Had Hose is logging in to play Dota 2.
I can't believe you have a Steam friend who's lying about Charlie Brown.
No, they're not. What they should be ashamed of is playing Dota 2.
You don't think that's a lie about Charlie Brown? You think Charlie Brown truly had hose?
Eight hours later. Okay. So it's Darius, the XO.
Oh.
Markham's Marauders. Okay. All right. He did some work for her dad. Oh, and their commander died. Oh, I forgot. I get dialogue choices. Hmm. Okay, confirmed that our mech got sabotaged. Oh, Lady Arano is dead. Well, shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm cussing.
Fuck shit.
Bitch, yeah, I'm Shaq West, and I'm getting really rich. I had to finish the song for you.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Anytime you need to finish a song for me, feel free.
Yeah, okay. Oh, they could take me to Canopus, where I'm from. Yeah.
According to our blood chit.
The magistries of my home never has been. Oh, I like that's ancient history. Besides, I'm broke.
Mm.
Okay, 3 years later, I guess we hung out with them for a while.
For a pretty good while. Huh?
Yeah.
So Coup worked.
Yeah. Coup worked.
Coup went through. Is
The
what they
princess
said.
is dead. Our grandpa got murdered. And I guess we work for mercenaries now. Markham's Marauders.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, now we're here helping the Independent Prospectors League. Majesty Metals. Okay, I think we're murdering a corporation on behalf of a union, which that's sick.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
Hit those corporate pigs where it hurts. Fuck yeah, dude. This seems way cooler than helping out a princess.
It does, yeah. 2CB Cry says you're basically the anti-Pinkertons. The real world should get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Copy that.
Uh-oh.
You've got a warning here in the chat. Do you want me to read it?
No, I saw it.
Okay.
I know Decker's baby. He's in a little scout mech.
Oh, Checker's baby.
Oh, a domestic terrorist organization. That seems a little excessive.
Who, me?
Little old me?
Me, no. Domestic, what? No.
Well, let's not say things we can't take back, you know? Okay.
Domestic hoperist is more like.
Yeah. All right, let's just have him do a quick little run by the side here, and we'll see what there is to see. Okay, there's a mech there. Oh man, I was thinking I would have just I could have gone down this side here.
I've been sensor locked.
But too late for that.
I hear ya.
All right, Glitch, what do you have? You got a PPC. Okay. All right, she's got some stuff. Very slow, though.
Pedal to the metal. We got bad guys.
I don't know if you know this, Keith, but we got bad guys.
This whole place is full of bad guys.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
I feel like you're gonna not spend a ton of time without there being bad guys around.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
What's up, boss?
What's up, boss? Oh, what does she have? Oh, bulwark. Okay. All right.
Sounds like they're your front unit.
Yeah, I think so.
Hauling ass.
How do you think you got out of there when everyone else you're with died?
The guy said that like they came and I guess that I sent off a an emergency like broadcast signal, and they came and scooped me. So I guess when I ejected, it shot me like away from the battlefield.
Gotcha.
Fucking turrets. All right, where's this generator? There it is.
Orders?
Have this guy sneak in the back and see if I can't start blowing up this turret generator.
Locked on target.
Damn, it generates turrets.
Bro, how'd you miss a building?
It looked like he got it.
He hit the second time. The first one was a miss.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It is funny when you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn literally,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
instead of as just a saying.
Yeah.
Commander.
Laser missiles. What is that? An assault rifle? The AC-5
Assault cannon. But,
cannon.
Yeah.
Well, what is a cannon but a mech-sized rifle?
Sure. I'm gonna see if we can get this turret generator with her long-range missiles.
Locking on target.
No.
No. Did it? Were you out of range? It looks, or did it just miss?
It just kind of missed. It like fell short. It looked like.
Good to go.
She's got long-range missiles. So the thing is, I would like to get up here, because then I'd be overlooking them. But if I can't kill the generator beforehand, this could go real bad.
Well, Decker's still in range of it, and seems like could get it in one spot.
Yeah, but all the turrets are gonna go before.
Oh, I
got.
gotcha.
Fuck it.
Uh-huh.
Fortune favors the bold, Keith. It's just like Matt Damon told me on those crypto ads.
Got it.
I have really bad news for you about those ads.
Yeah, did they miss just like my 85% PPC hit?
Yeah, but the ads did not have that high of a PVC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are more like if about 1 million people had told you beforehand that it was a scam.
Engaging target.
Oh, we got it.
Target.
Woo!
I actually know one person in real life who was like invested in crypto. And I'm like, I have not seen them since like all the crypto stuff tanked.
Yeah.
But God, they were so annoying. They were like a nice enough guy, but they were like kind of young and annoying. And the last time that I saw them was like at some like event, and they were talking about how they had like tons of money in crypto. And I was just like, that sounds like a bad idea. You should pull out of that. And he was like, no, this is like really working for sure. I've got a lot of money right now because of this. And I was like, that's great. You should take it now while you can take it. And he was just like, nope.
I'm being flanked.
And that was like last, that was like, was it like last year or something? I don't know. I can't remember like the last time the crypto stuff tanked, but it was,
I mean, it's
a couple months before that. I actually don't even know where it's at right now. If he had held, maybe it would be back. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I haven't been paying attention to it.
Maybe apes together strong, diamond hands once again.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fuck they would say.
But it was so surreal when it was happening because I never met anyone else who like was like heavily invested in crypto.
Yeah. The only person I knew in real life was a cousin of mine, but he's kind of a weirdo in that way.
Yeah. Well, I know people like my cousin Ted, who's a weirdo in that way and was invested in crypto, but like 15 years ago.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, so, he had
like
Bitcoin,
early enough that you could actually make money off of it and then get out.
This is the funniest story of all time. He had mined something like 3 full Bitcoin just on his like personal computer.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yes. Well, at the time, it was worth $60, and he sold his 3 Bitcoin and bought the Bethesda game Brink.
Oh no! Oh man!
It's the fun. Yeah, there was a time he last reminded me of this when those 3 coins would have been worth something like $130,000.
Yeah. Some guy that my dad worked with was like a big Apple guy. And
Good to go.
when the stock started to tank, he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get out of this. And he sold most of his Apple stock and used it to buy what was at the time like a top of the line like Apple desktop, and then a year later the iPhone came out.
Oof. Yeah. My
Got it.
actually same cousin has a similar story. It worked out a little bit better, but this was like Apple stock that he convinced our mutual grandparents to buy back when it was like pennies. And they bought it and sold it in the wake of the popularity of the iMac PCs, like not like personal computer iMacs. PC in the general sense, not in the operating sense.
Sure.
And as far as I know, everyone was very happy with whatever amount of money that ended up being. And I think Ted might have held on to it for a little bit longer. But I tried to do the same thing with Netflix. I was like, Grumpy. That's what I call my grandfather. Grumpy. This was in the wake of Netflix announcing that they were going to split their streaming service and DVD service into Netflix and Quickster, and their stock tanked by like a huge percent. And I went to my grandfather and I was like, this is my chance to do something very impressive. You have to buy this stock. It's never going to stay this low. Streaming is absolutely not gone because Netflix did one sort of half dumb idea that actually wasn't even that bad of an idea in retrospect.
No, yeah.
And he was like, yeah, sure, and then never did it. And now Netflix stock is something like, I don't know, it's got to be like
$1 quintillion.
Yeah, it's got to be. I think at the time it was like $7 a share. I don't know what it is now, but it's got to be like 100 times that.
Yeah. Just like CTGN in the chat saying, for Brink?
Yep, for Brink.
Man, that game sucked.
Yeah. Well, to his not to his credit because he was wrong, but like I can see where he was coming from. He was in on the crypto thing from the very beginning and was like, there's no way that this will ever be worth more than $60.
This isn't going anywhere.
Right. And in a sane world, he would have been right.
Yeah.
On my way. Double time.
But then
because the
pandemic happened and
this was yeah, but I mean, Brink was new enough to still be worth $60, which I think was only true for about a month.
Man, less than.
Yeah,
I worked at GameStop for the launch of Brink, and it was like the most I have ever seen people come in being like, bro, I know your return policy says once you open it, you can't take it back, but... and at some point, our regional manager was like, yeah, man, just return them all. This game sucks so bad.
Yeah, it's a shame. I liked the idea of it. When it was when it wasn't out yet, I was looking at it and being like, that looks like it could be cool. And then it came out and immediately everyone agreed, Brink is not cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's a shame.
Well, I'm cool because I got Brink for free. Because back in the day, I don't know if this is still the case, but when I was working at GameStop, you could some companies would have programs for GameStop employees where you go on and watch ads or take quizzes to basically be like, hey, learn how to sell our game, right?
Honestly, they should still have this.
I
know from working at GameStop that the people who work there do not know anything about games.
Yeah, no, it was honestly, it was a really good program. And Bethesda was one of the ones that had one of the most generous of those. It was basically Bethesda and I think Sony. I got a lot of PlayStation games by taking quizzes about Sony products.
Honestly, not bad. Now, actually, they just let you have games they basically just have a rental library for employees.
Oh, they had that too.
Okay. I say now as if I've worked there in the last 6 years, but
yeah. I mean, that was kind of always the thing where you could basically borrow most any used game. At my store, it could not be a new game.
Elvan says Netflix was $11 in 2011 when Quickster split off and is now $416. It was $690 at its peak. So I was pretty close with the 7 and 10 times 7.
Yeah.
Because that 690 figure is probably when I was talking about this and looking at it and be like, I can't believe Grumpy didn't buy this. I'm never going to buy stocks, but I will tell my grandfather who will sometimes buy stocks to buy a stock.
Sure.
That's the problem, In any other family, I'd be the computer guy, but we've got Ted, so I'm second best.
Computer Ted.
Old Computer Ted. That's what
did
they
you
call him. And he
ever
goes bop, boop, boop, bop.
the thing in high school where it's like
Waiting on you,
your
Commander.
class like all got to like choose a stock or whatever?
No, I never had that. I saw it in Veronica Mars, though.
I think we did it once. I don't really remember. I mean, everybody basically just picked the stock of a company they thought was cool, which is kind of what most people who buy stocks do, turns out.
Right. Yeah. And it's really actually not. It's bad for them.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's why the only time I've ever recommended anyone buy a stock was that Netflix stock. Because I felt like I had some genuine insight into the thing.
For sure.
And it's just way too much money to actually buy a stock.
Yeah. There was a part of me when the crypto stuff was like blowing up and I knew it was going to like fall apart. There was like a part of me that's like, I could do a pump and dump.
I mean, if you look at the people who were doing pump and dumps, they were idiots. So yeah.
But I decided not to.
Targeting for physical attack.
Yeah, there's definitely like part of you or part of me is like, you know, the GameStop thing when that was going on, and it was like, this is probably going to go higher. I could buy GameStop stock and then sell it in 4 hours or however it works. But I was just like, I don't know enough about how actually buying a stock works to do this.
Yes, exactly.
So I should not do it. And
I
also
also just had that
really
thought of like, man, there's no way they're going to let people get away with doing this.
Yeah. Well, it turns out it is just exactly how the stock market runs. It's just that it's normally people on Wall Street doing it.
Yeah, sure. And when you're not on Wall Street, they don't like you doing it.
Yeah. They say, no, those rules are for us to benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Standing by. Move order received.
Shadowhawk on Shadowhawk.
Commander?
Oh, I forgot that you can death from above people. That's where you use your jump jets and you just land on somebody.
Roast them?
No, I mean, you literally are just basically like crashing on them.
Oh, okay. It'd be cool if you jump jet into their cockpit.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I was at war in a mech and also was a total psychopath.
Sure. Why not?
Because that's really the thing that ties games like these together is that they're mostly full of things you'd never normally do in a war.
Yeah.
Because most people in a war are doing everything they can to not kill anyone, to not be targeted by anyone,
not be killed themselves. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
As Lilac as DW the Gutless points out, also the death from above thing just doesn't work out most of the time. Like, it's a very low chance, and if it goes bad, it goes very bad for you.
I don't know. This seems like you could maybe get this guy here.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it just to show you.
It. Head hit.
Oh, now he's running away.
Case in point.
Okay. Can I jump with her? No. All right, that is a 60% chance.
Okay, it's better than a coin flip.
Oh, 65%.
Much better than a coin flip.
Yeah. Yeah, attacker incurs leg damage and stability damage.
Is this the last enemy?
I think so. Well, bam! Okay, that actually worked out and was very sick.
That was very sick. She chopped off.
She kicked his arm off.
I know. She chopped off his arm. It was very cool.
Time to fly. Got it.
Great job.
All right, we did it.
Double back to our client's platform. The sooner we can collect our pay and break orbit, the better.
Okay, yeah, called shots on knockdown mechs. Okay. Now, what do you think? Do we think we actually get out of here, or is there going to be a?
No, there's gonna be another stage.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the resolve and like the special moves.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, that's definitely something to consider.
Yeah.
How is this feeling so far? You like this?
Oh
What
yeah,
is
I love this game.
Okay. What's it feeling like? What does it feel like? What is a game that is similar to this?
I mean, it's it's a strategy. It's a turn-based like strategy game. So I mean, I don't want to be super reductive and say XCOM, because I think like where it gets granular is the stuff around like the mech customability and customizability, and I think the like being able to shoot off limbs and stuff. And
well,
or
also
have your limbs
terrain
blown
wise,
up.
like the way that you move around a map in this is way different than XCOM.
Oh yeah.
And for me, that is like a defining feature of XCOM is the like Jacob's ladder cover, then cover, then cover, then cover, then cover.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely do some of that in this game. I'm playing pretty fast and loose with this one.
That's fair.
Oh, the Union turned on us.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. Brutal.
Brutal.
I'm now officially anti-union.
You know what? That's fair. Harsh but fair.
Yeah.
Can I jump on this turret? No. Okay, well, what's this? Oh, that's the turret generator. Yeah, let's just go blow that up. Oh, we can't. Why can't I attack? That's annoying.
Acknowledged.
Okay, now it'll let me
Ready
attack.
for orders. Target acquired.
Pew pew.
Not bad.
Oh, look at that little car.
That little car is going to be in for a really bad time.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Hey, I'm in the fight too. Don't forget about me.
Good to go.
It's me, Carman.
Firing.
It's my favorite South Park character is Carman.
Target delivered.
It's me, Derek Carman. I'm just a nice boy from Denver, downtown Denver, Colorado.
Sure, yeah. Definitely not from the suburbs. Oh, I can jump on one of these guys. I mean, we gotta. We saw how well it worked before.
Yeah.
Warning. Leg damage imminent.
Ba-bow!
Oh no! Hey, don't jump on me, Derek Carman. I'm just a nice boy from
Warning.
Colorado.
Reached. Internal damage.
I like this character that you've created. I think I fucked my legs up though on my back.
Yeah, it definitely said incoming leg damage before you landed. Hey, leg damage
That's fine.
isn't gun damage though.
Yeah. Hey, if you ain't breaking a leg, you ain't trying. You know?
Right, Commander.
Oh, that's what you get for trying to come at me.
Damn,
I sure wish I was at home doing homework instead of at war.
that car had a lot of missiles.
Commander.
Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
I have
Being
bad
at war
news.
is the pits.
Roger that.
Goodbye, Derek Carman.
Ow. Goodbye.
It's one for the scrappy.
I wish we could have taken Derek Carman with us to the war.
No, I don't want to do more war. I want to go to math class. You have seen the last of me. I'm dead now. Wow. I can't believe you killed all 3 clones of normal Earth boy Derek Carman.
Mission successful.
Mission successful. So I bet we didn't get paid either.
Yeah. And that union was just full of kids.
We don't know that.
Damn, you accomplished all 3 of your goals.
Man, we got the most kills. Look at us.
Nice. Well, you're all of these people, but yes.
Well, yeah, but us.
Really, you're Oriole.
If we die and have to make a new character, we will call him Eric Carman. So. We're broke.
It's me, Eric Carman, in my signature shorts and a t-shirt.
There's our mechanic.
All right, Drance, it is my out time, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here in a couple minutes too.
Oh,
So
okay,
thanks
then
for
I'll
hanging.
wrap up with you.
Yeah.
Then we can go through our post mission. Everyone can grieve about having killed 3 kids. I have to drive the tanks. It's the only vehicle that's small enough for a little kid like me.
Yeah. If I were afraid of taking risks, I never would have left that gilded cage my parents called a home.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't privileged. I was captured.
I was captured. I was captured by their wealth and ease.
Okay.
Is cash like a real thing in this game? Oh, it must be. You got $1 million in funds. Okay.
Yeah, but we owe it all to the banks, baby.
Damn. Ain't that the way?
Ain't that the way? All right, Keith. Thanks
Even
for
in
hanging
space. Yeah, of course. This game looked fun.
Yeah. This is I'm gonna beat BattleTech. So be here next
Get
Monday.
ready, BattleTech.
I hope I will be able to stream next Monday. The only reason I would not is if people start shooting fireworks early and I have to protect my dog.
You get little dog muffs.
You know, I've never tried those. I've tried everything else, but
Yeah. Thunder jacket.
yeah, it didn't do shit.
Yeah.
We tried giving her anti-anxiety medication, but it didn't make her any less anxious, but it made her lose control of her bladder. So
Oof, rough.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've actually never, like, I know that it's such a common issue with fireworks is, you know, people's dogs being scared by them. I've actually never met a dog who has an issue with fireworks.
Wow. That's
every dog I've ever met has
Wow.
been like totally chill with fireworks. My uncle's 4th of July party has a handful of fireworks at the end of the night, and his dogs love the fireworks. They're going crazy for it. They're like very excited, running, chasing their tails. They love it. It's very funny.
Man.
It is sad that dogs cannot agree on fireworks.
Yeah.
Just one of the many issues on which dogs are divided.
Cannot agree. Yeah.
Hopefully the political climate will cool down and dogs can come together
Yes.
and start agreeing on things.
Mhm.
You got some plugs, Ray?
Yeah, I was just gonna let people know if they want to support what we do here, they can go visit our Patreon at patreon.com/friends at the table or friendsathetable.cash. You know, since we're here on Twitch, we ask that you don't spend any like real money subscribing to us here on Twitch. But if you do like what we do and you have an Amazon Prime sub, that's just, you know, that's just molding away in the closet back there, you could throw that to us.
Andre, what is the practical reason why we don't want people to
because
spend their
Twitch
money?
payouts are shit.
Twitch payouts are shit. Like, yeah, the Bezos thing and Amazon and blah, 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 and I totally agree. But really, on a practical level, if we needed that Twitch money, we'd ask for it.
Yeah.
But really what happens is that if you give us $5 on Twitch, we get $2.50. If you give us $5 on Patreon, we get $4.95.
Yeah.
The difference is outrageous. If you already give us money on Patreon and you're like, I just want to kick you guys some more dollars, how do I do that? Scroll down, there's a Ko-fi link. You can send us some money there.
Yeah.
You could
I always forget about the Ko-fi.
You could increase your Patreon pledge. You could give us that Prime sub if you've got it.
Just like Ian Crook did. Thank you, Ian Crook.
Yeah. And if for whatever reason none of those things are amenable to you, we'll take your Twitch sub. It would do us a lot of good if you went on TikTok and followed us on TikTok at friends_table. We're also finally actually using the co-host.
We're
choasting friends-table there. That's the only one that's a dash. If you have kind of stopped using Twitter because you're like, I hate Twitter so much now that I don't even want to use it, and you find it hard to get like notifications for streams or whatever, which, you know, it does happen even if you're subscribed on Patreon on Twitch, that it's hard to see things every time.
Boy, it sure is.
We're going to be posting more on co-host when we're doing streams and stuff. So there's that. And special plug for just me, go to youtube.com/runbutton. That's my Let's Play channel that I do with my cousin Kylie. It's really good. Go find a video on there to watch. Do this as a special favor for me. It was my birthday yesterday. That means you have to do it.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Go to youtube.com/runbutton or contentburger.biz to go to the Run Button Patreon.
And I will say, you know, we always list the ways you can financially support us, but if you're in a place where you cannot do that, just telling people about the show does a lot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, that is not just theoretical. That is like a top priority is like new people being able to find the show easily and find out how to enjoy it easily.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a big thing.
Cool.
And by the way, Dre, thank you for your Run Button shout out in that Street Fighter episode.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't noticed, we've been uploading all of these Twitch streams to YouTube. Sometimes I decide to do a little extra editing on something. I did add a little extra edit onto that one just to be funny. So you should go watch the. I just added some goofy graphics telling people to go to youtube.com/runbutton.
Okay.
It's awesome. You should watch the whole Street Fighter stream that Dre did with Art. But you should at least watch the last like 30 seconds.
Sure. I can't remember. Like, I didn't play Cop or Not a Cop like I did with you on Street Fighter with Art.
I don't think that you did.
Yeah.
You did look at a lot of art. You did Bengus or Not a Bengus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Banky. That's Banksy's like nephew who works on video game art.
Is that true?
No.
Okay. Oh, you could have told me anything about Bengus, honestly. Anything you could have said about Bengus, and I would have believed you. I was so excited for Bengus to not just be a silly name, but also be a silly person. Yeah. So there's not always. I'd say half the time there is some little thing that I've added to something that I've uploaded onto YouTube. So value add. That's what we call it in the biz. We call that value add.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I will be back next week. I know Austin and Jack have both said that they really want to hop on for some of these. So who knows who'll be here next time with me.
Yeah.
But on behalf of Keith and everybody else at Friends at the Table, thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.